It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, May 26, 2021. It's 7 a.m.
Good morning.
We had some rain.
We did. Like we needed more rain, but
Some.
like we needed any more. I mean, here in a couple months we'll be complaining.
Oh,
Wish
yeah,
we had
yeah.
it.
It was
but
2 months from today. You know, what would it be? July 26 would be, boy, I wish it'd rain.
what do they call
Boy,
it? Feast or famine, right?
Feast or famine, yeah. Yeah, my little grandson, the one that actually made this coffee mug for me at Christmas, he had a little t-ball game last night scheduled at 5:30. Went out there, got there about 5:20. Drip, 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 drip. Wait a minute. Drip, drip, drip. All of a sudden, okay, Noah build a boat.
Yeah.
Another raid out. Now about 15 cars out there, some pulled in, and I mean, you just barely get parked, and most of them didn't even get out of the car. That pretty. I mean, where I live, we had some heavy rain for a while.
Yeah, we had some come through.
Yeah. So, wow, things sure are green around here, aren't they? Wow.
And high.
Yeah, greener than Dublin on St. Patrick's Day. Wow, it's beautiful. So, anyway, good morning. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Hope your day's off to a great start. We're enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. You can do the same thing. We have 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. You've got Baxter Regional Medical Center's main entrance lobby there in the main hallway. And, of course, follow the COVID-19 guidelines there for Baxter Regional Medical Center. Then you got Bomber Boulevard and 62 East Plaza at 7:02 in the morning. Bomber Boulevard will be a little bit busy. The seniors, of course, are all graduated and gone, so just 2 of the classes there. When's the last day of school? Is it
Monday.
That's Memorial Day.
Or no, the day after Monday, sorry. Or the day after Memorial Day. They got one day after.
June 1st then.
Yeah, because they're making up one of the snow days.
Oh, okay. So, you know, after June 1st, it won't be busy.
There you go. There you go.
Unless the kids all get a job down Bomber Boulevard. But anyway, then you got 62 East Plaza by Anytime Fitness. And, of course, Mike and the staff do a great job at all 3 locations. They're ready to serve you the best coffee in town. Mochas, lattes, frappuccinos. What am I missing?
Cinnamon rolls.
Apple turnovers.
Muffins. Scones.
They've got it all.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff. Even like iced coffee, they've got that. Almond milk, coconut milk for your healthy drinks, whatever you need. Stop by Brewed Awakening Coffee. You don't have to park at the grocery store and walk in to get this stuff. You just drive through. Whether it's on Bomber Boulevard or 62 East Plaza. Want some coffee for home? Stop by Brewed Awakening and say, hey, I'd like to buy a bag of beans. Can you grind them, please? Yes, they can. They can give you a half pound, 1 pound, pound and a half, 2, whatever. And take it home and you can brew it yourself and have a nice cup of Brewed Awakening coffee every morning in your own coffee pot. Like Mike says, hey man, we are real coffee. Stop by the studio here at 1226 Commerce Drive. Love to have you stop by, have some coffee with us. Got some very nice chairs right here for you to sit in. And you can come down and watch Dennis talk about Arkansas Game and Fish here in just a minute. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and the staff do a great job at all 3 locations. Check them out, Brewed Awakening Coffee. You will not be disappointed. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas, with one in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, you talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anyone there can help you. They're very caring, loving, and understanding people. They know, oh my goodness, what do I do? What do I do? You know, someone passed away. Could be a family member, loved one, friend, whatever. Let Rollers handle it. Like I say, they're professional, caring, loving. You see, with all our respect on the screen, that's how they do business on a daily basis. Can't say enough good things about the Roller Funeral Home people. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Let's now pause for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, there's people among us that are constantly happy, doing things for others. They smile at you at Walmart and you think, wow, they really have their act together. But deep down, they're hurting due to grieving the loss of a loved one. Parent could have lost a child, husband lost a wife, or wife lost her husband. We can't tell from the surface how much these people hurt, but you do. On the outside, they're fine. On the inside, they're crying and mourning the loss of the one they loved. My prayer is for these people today, Lord. Give them peace. Take the grief from them. Jesus gives peace, eternal life, and hope. Take the pain and grief from them and give them joy and happiness from Jesus Christ. It's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. you wind up with the allergy attack during your trumpet like I did during the prayer.
I'd like to introduce Dennis Dunderdale on the trumpet.
That's a trombone.
That'll work.
That's a trombone.
I didn't have a trumpet.
He did a great job, though. Great job.
Trumpet, though.
That was pretty bad. You're very kind, Scooter.
But he said trumpet. You give us a trombone.
Tomatoes.
Whatever.
Morning Weather is brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. The website, retiredarkansas.net. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. You betcha. Very busy people, and they do a great, great job. They serve their clients very well. The award-winning Z-Team. Let's take a look at the White River. That's a beautiful shot again
It
today.
is.
You know, even the gray sky. I mean, it just... The definition of the new camera, you see the 62-412 bridge, left side of the screen, Contractors Trust on the right-hand side of the screen. A little bit of fog on the right-hand side, looks like, coming up in on the bank a little bit by the houses there. And, of course, the beautiful White River separating Marion County from Baxter County in the city of Cotter. See any boats in the water this morning?
I do not.
I don't either, yeah.
Well, I promise you they're out there.
I guarantee it, yeah.
Fog or not, they're there.
We'll be out there going for a trout out there in the White River. You can go to retiredarkansas.net and pull up the live webcam. And you can enjoy this all throughout the day. You know, the sky may clear out, get some sunlight, may have a shower come through later on. And you see in the lower right-hand side of the screen a little camera icon where you can take pictures and share it with family and friends. Use it as a screensaver, backdrop, or whatever. While you're at retiredarkansas.net, be sure to check out all the listings with the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, and all the Century 21 listings, as long as all the MLS listings for this MLS area. The Z-Team is ready to serve you in Arkansas and Missouri, so give them a call, 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retiredarkansas.net. When you hire the Z-Team, not only get a professional real estate team, you get two more friends that's going to just be with you from start to finish. They're not going to abandon you. They're going to treat you right, and they're going to tell you everything you need to know, and they're not going to tell you things you don't need to know. You know, they take care of it all, you know, behind the scenes, and that's why they have so many awards for outstanding service and sales, because they do it right. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, for all your real estate needs. Can't say enough good things about the Z-Team and how they've came into our area and just joined the fun, you know, and they've made a lot of people happy. Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Right now we've got 65 degrees in Mountain Home, Harrison at 66, Batesville at 68, same in Salem. 65 at Calico Rock, Flippin at 65, 66 at Marshall, 68 in West Plains and around the region. St. Louis checks in at 67, 69 at Poplar Bluff with rain there, 65 in Springfield, Missouri. Then in contrast, Watford City, North Dakota is 43 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, they've had a mild winter up there. You know, a lot of times last year, Scooter and I, my goodness, how did they stand? minus 37, minus 23, minus, you know, at one point, if it warmed up 70 degrees, it was still freezing temperatures up there, you know. Wow. Anyway, they've had a mild winter. National radar, you know, we've got the usual shower activity going on up in the northwest. A little bit in Idaho, a little bit in northern Utah, Wyoming, Montana. A little bit stretches over into South Dakota and extreme southwest North Dakota there. Shower activity in northeast Colorado into northwest Kansas and the southwest part of Nebraska. And I see a little bit just in Arizona, northwest of Flagstaff and to the northwest of Phoenix. On the national scene here, on the Midwest national scene, you got shower activity from Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, southern Illinois, Missouri, on up into Illinois. The Great Lakes region goes on up into Canada. And that's what we're experiencing now. And I think we got some more threats of severe weather for Thursday.
Yeah, we do.
So let's take a look at Arkansas, and then we'll take a look at Missouri and see what we've got going on. You see the heavier showers down near the Louisiana line. In fact, it goes all the way down into central Louisiana, down around Alexandria and Pineville area. Southeast Arkansas from Pine Bluff to El Dorado, cross it, getting the showers right now. They've extended Highway 63, I think, to go all the way down to 167. So Highway 167, Highway 63, as well as the interstate going to Pine Bluff. What's that, Interstate 530 to Pine Bluff? I think it's 530. Then you see Interstate 40 east of Little Rock, between Forest City and Little Rock. It's affected, as well as Highway 67, 167 out of Little Rock, Searcy, Batesville, going up towards Jonesboro and Pocahontas. Some heavier showers in northeast Arkansas, Kennett, Missouri. Interstate 155 to to Dyersburg, then Dyersburg, Jackson on 412. This is in Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee, once you get, you can't get across I-40. Once you get into Memphis, I-40 to Jackson, a lot of showers there. You can see it continues in southeast Missouri, Poplar Bluff, Van Buren, Eminence, Neelyville, Naylor, all the way up into Perryville. This affects Highway 67, Highway 61, Interstate 55, in that area, Highway 160 and 60 west of Poplar Bluff, rain till you get over around the West Plains area. Paducah, Kentucky on I-24. In southern Illinois with some heavier showers right there. That's going to be on Interstate 64 from East St. Louis to Mount Vernon on over towards Evansville, Indiana. In Missouri, a little bit more just to the southwest of Columbia, but most of their interstates are clear. Interstate 35, 49, 44, and 70, other than 55 from Cape on up into St. Louis. Interstates in Arkansas, 40 west is clear, 30 from Little Rock, and Highway 62 west of Mountain Home. The west side, basically west and south of Mountain Home is good. East and southeast are wet. So crazy pattern right now. We do have a flood watch box that popped up. This is the southern part of the state right here. This is Camden area right here. And you see the flood watch box. This is a flash flood warning for extreme south central Arkansas. Then we have a flood warning from Marshall to Russellville and around Searcy. And so just be aware, low water bridges, be careful. Don't know what to anticipate right now. We don't have any rain going on right here, like, you know, the radar showing east of here and south of here. But right now, southern Arkansas around the Camden area with a flash flood warning and a flood warning that includes Marshall down to Russellville. For today, partly sunny, chance of thunderstorms, high of 83, low tonight 66. Then Thursday, 40% chance, Thursday night 80% chance, Friday 30% chance, and sunny on Saturday, high of 72. Saturday, high of 72, Sunday, high of 75, some very pleasant weather coming in. Ooh, boy, when that weather gets crazy, it gets crazy trying to get it all in here. You can see part of that flood watch box down in here. Now here's El Dorado, this is Magnolia, and on over to Texarkana. This is being flagged by Arkansas Department of Transportation. A little bit of slow traffic between Little Rock and Searcy on 167. No reason there, but it's just showing it slowed or stopped. Could be weather conditions or maybe an accident that just occurred. And of course, I-40 bridge shut down at Memphis, Missouri Department of Transportation. No flood watch boxes going on here, but plenty of maintenance and construction areas on the highway there. Norfolk Lake, 568.31 at 16 feet above the full pool of 552. Bull shows at 683.18. It is 24 feet above the full pool of 659. Coronavirus numbers are looking really, really good for the 6-county area. Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton. Only 9 active confirmed in Baxter. We have 9 in Baxter, 2 in Marion, 8 in Searcy, 1 in Stone, 2 in Izard, and 4 in Fulton. So in the 6-county area, we're looking at 26 people that are active confirmed. The population of the 6-county area, 104,000.
Can you click on the active map?
900 people. The active map coming up.
Yeah. Just curious what we had. Oh, no more bare spots.
No, they probably got at least one. And then, of course, you got Washington, Benton, and Pulaski. What county is this here? That's
just popped up.
Garland County.
Is it Garland maybe, yeah.
They have active confirmed 93 in that county. So, and let's see, hospital information looks good too. We have positive admissions. This is statewide now. This is statewide. 200 positive admissions, 90 ICU, and only 37 on ventilators. Statewide, 72 counties, and this is the whole population. North Central Arkansas, we're looking good here. 13 counties here, includes Independence, Claiborne, Jackson, Woodruff County, I believe. 16 positive admissions, 7 ICU, 3 on ventilators. Good numbers there. Crude oil prices. Where are we at with crude oil? It's high price, $65.84. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed 81 points, 81.5 points down, closing at 34,312.46. Anyway, and don't forget the Dream Network. Told Marla I'll help her out and promote the Dream Network. The Dream Network, once it loads on the computer, we'll show you the screen. It may not even load today. It's trying to refresh itself. There it goes. The Dream Network, it helps women and children in desperate situations. Every child deserves a dream. Their vision and mission statement is on the website, so you can go to dreamnetwork.org, click the home page, find out more about them, and if you can help them financially, go to the donate page, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and up, every little bit helps. And so, give the kids a chance. I'm working with the Dream Network. Hopefully we can get them down here and do the program one of these days. Tell them more about that. Anyway, got any PSAs for us? What we got going on?
I do not.
Dennis Dunderdale is going to be our guest today with Arkansas Game and Fish, so stick around. It's always a good show with Dennis because he's got a pad that thick. We'll be right back.
It's only one page.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home. Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. $7.19. Dennis Dunderdale's here. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
How you been?
It is
That
always
was a fast month, wasn't it?
You know, it just blows my mind. It seems like I was here 3 days ago or
I know.
something. You know?
It's been a month.
And then, you know, because I do the show notes the morning of so that I've got up-to-date data and that kind of stuff. And I look and I think, oh my gosh, there is so much that's going on that wasn't going on, you know, a month ago. But anyway,
Yeah.
so here we are. And I got to clear my throat. Hold on. Sorry, I should have done that on the
I
break.
did that during the prayer. Got choked up.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Golly, I need a cough button. You know? Scooter, out of me a cough button.
I'll get
It's
it
called
taken care of.
mute on the soundboard.
I'll put it right next to my oops.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, a lot of things to talk about. Before we get into the seasonal stuff, though, what you need to know about what's happening in wildlife right now, I want to do a couple of public service announcements for things going on at the Fred Berry Center. Of course, we operate the Fred Berry. The full name. We're great with really long names. The name of the facility, we affectionately call it Crooked Creek or Fred Berry, but it's the Fred Berry Conservation Education Center on Crooked Creek. That's the full name. And of course, there's a website, a Facebook group that, by the way, is called FBCEC. That's our little acronym for that big long name. If you were to seek out the FBCEC Happenings group on Facebook, then you'll come to join that group. Tell them you want to join. They'll let you in. Then you'll see all the stuff that's going on there. But anyway, we do have some things coming up for the summer that I want to make sure you know about. And write this number down. I'm going to give you the phone number for over there, so that you can call and find out, if it's happening today or if it's full yet or whatever. That number is 870-449-3484. 870-449-3484. If nobody's there, just leave a message. They're real good about calling right back, and they'll get you whatever information it is you're looking for. So anyway, what's going on there is they've got several programs that are sort of recurring. The first Saturday of each month, they have the Hike with a Naturalist program. Ken Foreman's the educator over there, and he leads a hike, and that's the first Saturday from 10 in the morning till 11:30. So it's not going to tie up your whole day, but you'll get a nice little walk in, and he'll point out the various flora and fauna and whatever other natural elements or resources are available there. So that's first Saturday of each month. And then the third Thursday of each month, he does a cooking thing of some kind. It's usually Dutch oven stuff, but he builds it around a theme. Like one time he put out a flyer that said, "Cooking with Satellites." And I looked and I said, "Ken, what the heck is cooking with satellites?" What he did was he hid all of the ingredients around the facility, around the park. The cake mix and the can of fruit and all that stuff, or the bag of charcoal and all, and then gave everybody a GPS unit and said, "Okay, go on your treasure hunt. Here's your coordinates. Go find it." So it was a GPS thing. It got you out walking a little bit, and then you brought it all back. And so he does things like that. So the one that's coming up on the 17th, June 17th, the third Thursday of June, is Jazz Hands. Do you think you can guess what Jazz Hands is about?
Trumpet and trombone.
Yeah. No, it's not that. He's going to give a lecture about bats. Ken is very knowledgeable about bats. And bats happen to be the only mammal that actually fly. Now, you have flying squirrels, but they really glide. They don't really take off into flight. But bats do. And bats, of course, are mammals. And they don't have wings. They have arms and hands.
Yeah.
And so that's why he's calling it that. So anyway, he's going to do a lecture on, and there'll be some, show and tell kind of stuff. He won't have any live specimens, but he's got skeletons and things like that. So that will be June 17th. So anyway, and each successive third Thursday, he'll keep doing that for as long as people keep showing up. For the summertime, for the kids, parents, you'll want to know about this. Starting next Tuesday, well, a week from Tuesday, a week from tomorrow? The 8th, whatever that is. I guess a week from Tuesday.
Yeah,
from June 8th till July 27th, we'll have Target Tuesdays from 9 in the morning till 11 in the morning. Have to be 8 years old, have to be accompanied by a parent. We, unfortunately, don't have staff to offer a babysitting service. And besides,
June 8th is the second Tuesday.
Yeah, okay, so starting the second Tuesday. And Target Tuesdays is about, now each week, they'll have like 2 or 3 different shooting event venues. It might be BB guns, archery, and tomahawks. Or maybe 2 of those, depending on how many show up. Or it might be, one of those 3 things. They might introduce slingshots or, or something else. But some kind of a target activity. So that'll be Target Tuesdays. And then each Friday, starting the second Friday, will be Fishing Fridays. We have a catfish pond there. And there's bluegill and catfish and things like that in there. There you have to be 15 or under. Okay, so no adult fishing there. But we do want you to have an adult. We want the adults to bring the kids. Again, 9 to 11. If you don't have tackle or bait or anything like that, don't worry. We've got all that covered. We'll hook you up. And that is catch and release, by the way. You can't keep...
What's the age? What do you have to be to get licensed? Fishing?
16.
16. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's 15 and under.
15 and under.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So that's what's going on there. And then on the Wednesdays, they're starting, again, the second Wednesday with Wild Wednesdays. And each week there'll be a wildlife program of some kind. It might be wild about elks or wild about alligators or wild about something else. But anyway, each Wednesday, again, same times, 9 to 11, parent or guardian with the kiddos. And so that's kind of what's going on. So there's a lot happening over there. Plus there's other, things coming and going. I've got a few programs that I do on and off. And so check that FBCEC happenings, or you can go to agfc.com. That's our website, agfc.com, real easy to remember. Yep, Arkansas Game Fish Commission. If you can't remember what letters I said, AGFC, Arkansas Game Fish Commission.com. And that thing has so much information. Good grief, it's an exercise just to kind of learn how to navigate.
Can you imagine all of that information in an encyclopedia set?
Oh, my goodness.
Remember the...
the
Encyclopedia Britannica or World Book? Can you think how many volumes it'd take just what you have on AGFC?
Just that alone.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, you ought to see most of the information that we have is on there. And what you don't see and we don't talk about is there are research papers, white papers, all kinds of scientific data that's linked, on the back end, and it's accessible to the public. If you look under resources, you'll see all kinds of stuff in there. Anyway, so that's what's going on at Fredbear. I'll give that number one more time, 870-449-3484. And by the way, those Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday programs, the Target Tuesday, Wild Wednesday, and Fishing Friday, no registration required. Just drop in, show up, bring your kids or whatever. So I'm kind of look for that. Okay, that's we're good for time, right?
No, we're doing good.
Okay.
Yeah. You got 3 or 4 more minutes for a break.
Okay, then let's at least start. I'll probably have to carry it on to the second segment, but let's talk about orphaned wildlife.
Got it right here.
Yeah, and by the way, I get the main talking points for the show usually right off of what's on the front page of the website, because that's what's most relevant. And we're getting hammered with calls. I'll bet I've had 10 calls in 2 weeks. And that's just me, and I'm not even the one supposed to be at the desk answering the phone. On folks saying, I have an abandoned whatever, fill in the blank. Usually it's deer. But it could be rabbits, it could be squirrels, it could be something else. And of course, this is the time of year when the wildlife are putting their young on the ground. I mean, that's nature does that in a cycle for a reason. Yeah.
Yep.
And so right now, you're going to have more wildlife in the population than at any other time during the year because most of them are newborns. Deer, just like what's in the picture. I don't know, did you have that up?
Yeah, I'll put it back up.
Yeah, put that up. Deer, like that one there, that little fawn. Because you see the spots, we probably know, but maybe some don't know that fawn have spots, and a lot of times juvenile wildlife have some kind of camouflaged markings for the very reason that you see in that picture there. Mom puts them on the ground. Their job as a youngster, they have two functions: feed and sit still. And sitting still is a natural instinct for them, and they practice and learn and develop that skill at this age so that, of course, so that they don't get eaten by predators. Mom stays with them or near them for the most part, but she has to leave to go eat or, whatever. Or if she senses danger coming, she will leave the nest or leave the fawn and move away from that area for the purpose of drawing the danger away from the baby. Okay. She also knows that if she gets away from that danger, that offspring has little to no chance to survive if she gets killed. So she knows that she needs to survive, so she's going to move away or flee from the danger even if she has to take off. But she knows exactly where that youngster is. All she's doing is luring the danger away, or she's off eating or feeding or whatever, because, her nutritional needs are unbelievable at this time of year because she's feeding the young, sometimes more than one. All of that's happening. And then along comes the well-intended, thinking that they're being conservation-minded, and they see this young whatever, fawn, let's say, and they say, oh my gosh, this has been abandoned, I've got to save it, and they pick it up and they take it home. And well, there's a lot of issues there. One is if it's a deer, that's illegal. You used to be able to keep captive deer, but since CWD, you can't do that anymore. We don't want people doing that because of the CWD issues. But also, 99% chance, unless you actually see the mother, dead on the highway or something, and that happens once in a while, but usually in the wild, mom's right nearby. She's watching you pick that baby up and probably freaking out over it. That baby is probably not abandoned. It's probably just fine. And as soon as you leave, the mother is going to come back and continue tending to her offspring. So the best thing you can do to give that young one a chance is leave it alone. Now, if you do see, dead critters, like more than occasionally, let us know. I mean, do call that in. But and this goes for all kinds of things, rabbits and all the different offspring.
And what's interesting here, Dennis, if you've taken a young animal from the area, the best practice, place it back where you found it as soon as possible. If a baby bird has fallen from the nest, place it back or move it as close to the tree as possible. Forget the wives' tale about the mother rejecting the young because of your scent.
Right.
When she returns, she will take care of the young. In cases where spots may be unsafe because of a nearby rodent predator, you can move the animal slightly and its mother will find it.
That's right. That's an excellent point. And on that same note, with mammals, the communal animals, like deer, are very communal. When you see a group of deer out in the field, there's sisters and cousins and nannies and all kinds of relatives out there. Not all of them, of course, but many of them are related to one another. The adult, females primarily I'm talking about here. They will take care of each other's offspring. So even if mom does get killed by a vehicle or a predator or something else, that animal's not going to go left abandoned unattended. I mean, one of the members of that herd will start feeding and taking care of, and
Dennis,
so they'll be fine.
I don't want to ruin your train of thought here, but there's some states that are starting to put natural crossovers on interstates.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'll be maybe about as wide as what's the distance between here and the wall? What's the distance here? It's like 40, 50 feet.
8,
Yeah.
16, 24. Yeah.
And it's grass.
Probably
30. But it's based and it goes over the interstate, so they have a natural way to get across.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So a pedestrian bridge for the wildlife.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I hadn't seen that, but
yeah.
Well, that'll.
Florida or Georgia.
I can tell you when they put up those deer crossing signs, they're not reading it.
You're not Arkansas.
Yeah, they're not reading those signs.
It's funny, Scooter. We this sounds like an urban legend, but I tell you it's true. We will get calls. I haven't gotten any for a couple of years, but we will get calls from time to time from people saying, why don't you move those deer crossing signs to areas where it's safer for the deer to cross than where you told them to? And they really think that it's like a marking for the deer. Oh my gosh.
Please, no.
Yeah, I mean, do you know how hard it is to keep a straight face on the phone when somebody calls? Because you can't be rude with them, but it's hard to keep that one together. But yeah, there are some who think that's what's going on there.
Why don't we grab that break right now?
Okay.
We'll get a little break in the action. More with Dennis right after this.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
7:36, more with Dennis Dunderdale, Arkansas Game and Fish.
So, yeah, we were talking at the break about, turtles and the abundance of them and crossing the road, too. So, please be careful, especially the woodland box turtles, those little three-toed turtles. They're just everywhere now. I mean, this is also their breeding season. And when you see them crossing the road, that's what they're doing. They're crossing that road to go mate on the other side. So, slow down, give them a break. If you're walking, and you see, just leave it alone. If it's in the middle of the road and you want to move it so that it gets to a safety, move it in the same direction it was headed, because that's they're on a mission. So don't put them back where they came from. That's just going to make them cross the road again, which they will. I have a couple of labs. We've talked about Jake and Ruby in the past. Jake is my yellow lab. He is, if there were a market for seeking out and hunting for woodland box turtles, then that would be my retirement plan. This dog just has a nose for, every time we go out and in the yard, we have some woods in the back of the property, and he'll go in there, and I think he's going in there to do his business, and he usually is, and he'll come out with a box turtle in his mouth. Now, fortunately, he's also a really good duck dog. He was trained by Logan Thomas, over here at Breeze Hill, and he's got a very soft mouth. So he's never he's never done any damage. He's never clamped down. He's never tried to open the shell. He'll just carry it up very proud, and I'll take it and say, put it back. You have to tell him no. But they're everywhere right now. So give those guys a break as well. Okay, let's switch gears. Let's see, we covered the wildlife, leave them alone. Oh, elk permits coming up. The elk season, elk hunting season. Because, Arkansas has, we have a relatively healthy, I want to say probably about 450, maybe 500 or so elk in Arkansas, which is a reasonable population for our state, given the amount of habitat that we have. We've got 300,000 or 400,000 acres of elk habitat. Probably.
Is that mainly Newton, Boone, up in the northwest between Harrison?
Well, the Buffalo River Valley.
Yeah.
In fact, if you're interested in seeing elk, you want to take a day and have a good time. And see some beautiful, beautiful countryside as well. Go down to Boxley Valley, which is just south of Jasper.
Yeah.
Go to Jasper, go into Harrison, go down Highway 7 into Jasper. And there's a couple of ways you can get down into Boxley Valley. You can either go down Highway 43, or I forget what the name of the other one is, 79? I'm terrible with route numbers, but anyway, go down into Boxley Valley. It's an old homestead village that when the Park Service, took that area over, they really just kind of froze that place in time. The folks, there's a lot of history and story, and I don't want to go down a rabbit hole there, but But most of what's there has been there since, the 30s or 40s. And wow. Folks have, and they still live there. People still own those houses and they maintain them. And there's farms and there's, all the things that have been there. But no new development and no major infrastructure changes. And of course, that highway, I think that's 43 that runs down along the Buffalo River there through the valley.
I think so.
That's a great place to go and observe elk. And there's probably 5 miles or so of stretch from the time you begin in Ponca until you get to the Highway 23, 43 interchange there, at the end where you sort of head up towards Ozark and, that way. Great place for viewing elk along the riverbank. And if you want to know exactly what's going on or where they are, we have the Ponca Elk Education Center down there, which if you come down the hill out of Jasper, take a right instead of a left. You take a left to continue on the valley. Take a right, and immediately around the corner is the Ponca Elk Education Center. And just, stop in there. They always know where the elk are. They've got maps, and they'll say, well, right now they're in the field over here, so, go there. Or, gee, they're just not in any fields right now, but they usually will come back out, around dusk or if you go in the morning. They'll tell you what's going on. And generally, if you catch it at the right time, you'll see elk in the wild. And it's just such majestic animals. But like any wildlife, they will, left to themselves, they will continue to grow their population. The rule of thumb is at about a rate of 10% per year, with some variation, of course. And if you just let that population continue to grow, it will do so. And it will eventually start to overpopulate an area and then either consume its food source or other resources that it needs, or overcrowd the area. And, bad things start to happen when you overpopulate with wildlife. So one of the ways that we manage that is with what we call a quota elk hunt. And a quota hunt is when the biologist will determine exactly how many elk need to come out of the herd this year. And so they'll say, let's say it's 25, or maybe 35, or whatever it is. They'll figure out that number, and then you put your name into a lottery for the public draw. There's two ways to get a permit. One is on public land, the other one is on private land. The public land is a lottery system, and that lottery is going on right now, and it closes June 1st. So if you want to get in on the hunt, now's the time to put that in. If you miss that, however, when they have the Elk Festival in September, I want to say that I think it's tentatively scheduled for the 4th and 5th of September this year. They have the Jasper Elk Festival, and it's a big deal. And it used to be that that's where they would draw all of the permits. Well, now they draw most of them on the, it's a random draw online. But they still reserve 3 for attendees who you have to go to the festival, and you fill out a form and you put your name in the hat. Make sure you have a hunting license, a sportsman license, because you have to put that license number on your lottery ticket. And they'll draw 3 more for there. Or you can also go private land, and that's where you buy however many tickets there are. You can only buy one. You can't buy more than one. And you work out your deal privately with the landowner who, you make it whatever arrangements, whether he charges or doesn't, or however, that's between you and the landowner.
Well, let's look at this real quick. I went to hunting large game elk, and what you're saying, there's on AGFC website here, you can just go down the list, and I mean, it's just verbatim what you're talking about here. Private land elk permits, private land elk hunt details, statewide elk hunt, CWD testing mandatory, a lot of info right there.
Yep, tons right there, yep. So there's a $5 fee with the application. We used to have it be you paid if you got drawn. And what was happening is, hundreds of people were putting in that didn't really care if they got drawn. They just put in because there's something that they could get drawn for and it's free. And then they'd get drawn and they'd never use the permit. No. Well, number one, it doesn't accomplish what we're trying to manage wildlife herd, and hunters are trying to get permits so they can use them. So what they decided to do was have a $5 registration fee, and that just kind of slows down the casual person who doesn't care if they win or not. Anyway, that's how they do that.
And here's something else, Dennis, that I just found, and I know you know about this: public land elk permit application requirements only. Arkansas residents with a resident sportsman's hunting license
Yes,
or holders of a lifetime sportsman's permit may apply.
correct.
Now that's under the public land elk permit application requirements. This is on AGFC hunting big game elk.
Right.
Where I found that, and it stair steps it down.
And you can either navigate your way to that through, go to agfc.com, and across the tabs there they have, AGFC and then hunting and wildlife management and all of that. Or right on the home page, there's always a crawler bar with 3 or 4 different highlights. This is one of them.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's right on the home page. If you go back to the AGFC homepage, you'll see it.
But there's a lot of.
But anyway, yeah, there's a lot there.
And here's the picture right here. So, Scooter, if we can hit that button for us, hunting and elk. And lots of information. AGFC. Here's what I'll go back real quick and show. Here's how I found it. And like Dennis may have probably.
Yeah, see right there on the
right
see
there.
that elk on the
yeah,
left
there
side?
it is, right there. Sure.
Okay,
is, yeah.
so that's one of the feature stories on the
Yeah.
homepage of the website. But you can also get to it through the hunting tabs.
Here's what I did. I went hunting, big game, and I came over here. Big game. Get it to lock in. Big game, deer, elk. Boom. That's where I got it. Right
That's
there.
right. Yep.
Yeah. Easy to navigate. And
Yeah.
lots of information. I mean, a lot of information right there for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there sure is. Anyway, they are just amazing creatures.
What's their average weight? The male like that, the one in the picture. I bet he's 800 pounds.
Yeah, it's in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and you see them. I mean, you see those big, giant, badges, especially in their bachelor stage before they start, gathering up, the pre-rut. Other places you can see them as well. I mean, that's probably the most common places down in the Boxley Valley. And stop into the Nature Center in there. They also have some great exhibits in there, and they have some displays and some taxidermy, scenes. It's not just an elk head on the wall. That's they've got full body mounts in a little setting. And anyway, very interesting place to go. Just swing down and make a day of it. And there's picnic areas along the way, and there's a great hiking trail too down there.
23 too.
Hmm?
I think somewhere between Alpena and Huntsville, Highway 23.
Yes, if you
that's down
take
in there.
that's right. If you take Highway 23 through Kingston and go down that way.
Go down that way,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's another way in.
Yeah.
Sure is. If you're not coming from this area, that's how you would do that. Yeah. What else was I going to say? Oh, other places to see them. Of course, Boxley Valley is a real common place, but also over in at our Gene Rush Wildlife Management Area, which is over. That's like sort of in the Woolham, part of where Woolham is on the Buffalo
where's
River. Probably the best way to go would be go down. Let's see, there's 2 or 3 ways. It's one of those places. Best thing to do is go to the map, go to the agfc.com. Hit the Gene Rush. Well, actually, go right to that homepage there, to that elk page that we were looking at. I think there's a link there. Yeah, sure there is. Go right back to that same elk page.
Okay.
Scroll down to where it talks about public land elk hunt details.
Yeah. Oh.
See it? Okay, so you've got the Buffalo National River. That'll take you to...
Gene Rush, yeah.
And then Gene Rush WMA. And then Bearcat Hollow is another one. It's sort of near Gene Rush. Bearcat Hollow is a wildlife management area that was recently developed into a world-class elk habitat with huge, when I say
that's
huge...
That's the buffalo right there?
Mm-hmm, yeah. When I say huge food plots, I'm talking like, 200 or 300 acre food plots for elk.
Wow.
And there's bunches of them in there, just beautiful.
Wow.
But anyway, that Gene Rush tab, that'll take you to information and directions about it, as well as the Bearcat Hollow one. So anyway, lots to say and do in the elk hunting.
Let's grab that final break.
All right.
And then we'll be
We'll
right
talk
back.
about shooting sports when we come back, and life jackets. We
All right.
can't
We'll be right
talk
back.
about life jackets.
More with Dennis after this.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because I don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home. Get the only mower.
More with Dennis Dunderdale, Arkansas Game and Fish. What do we got? What was the next topic?
The next thing, well, I want to cover two things, but we'll try to wrap up with life jackets and personal flotation devices. But before that, I want to talk about our shooting sports program. AYSSP is what we call it. That stands for the Arkansas Youth Shooting Sports Program. And we are now just wrapping up this tournament season that we have each spring. And I got to tell you, there's some bragging to be done here for the North Region, which is what, you know, Cotter and Mountain Home and the CTO. Are you guys familiar with the CTO, the Cross Trail Outfitters, the group that Dwayne Hayter?
Dwayne Hayter, sure. Yeah.
They run over at Twin Lakes Baptist. They run out of that, but and of course they're all members of Twin Lakes Baptist Church. But anyway, they formed a shooting sports team this year as well. Well, I just tell you, the things Dwayne does with those kids is unbelievable.
Oh, he's amazing.
He really is. Yeah. Anyway, they had the North Tournament 2 weeks ago, I want to say, maybe 3 weeks ago. Saturdays, 3 Saturdays ago. And Mountain Home, Christian Hill from Mountain Home, the Mountain Home Bomb Squad is the name of their team, their squad, shot a perfect score, 50 out of 50. One of 2 kids in the entire tournament that did that. The other kid was from Highland. His name is Isaac Gregory, and he shot a 50. Now, it's really kind of cool. When a kid gets a perfect score like that, the seniors shoot 2 boxes of shells, which a box of shells is 25. So they shoot 2 rounds. The juniors, they shoot 1 round. So a perfect score for a junior is 25. And we didn't have any 25 shooters, but we had a couple of 24s. Aiden Gardner from Garner, I should say, not Gardner. Aiden Garner from CTO, he shot a 24, and Mason Hill from Mountain Home Juniors, he shot a 24. I mean, these kids are, it's amazing.
What are they using? What are they using?
It's 20, well, I don't know what gauge they're shooting, probably 12 gauge. Some kids shoot 20 gauge, some kids shoot 12 gauge, but it's shotguns. And they, you know, it's what's called single trap, meaning the clay pigeon, the little orange disc, they launch out. They just shoot one. Now, you watch the Olympics or some of the higher levels, they'll shoot doubles, and they'll have other games that they play.
Single barrel guns, not double barrel shotguns?
No, they can. Some use doubles. Over and under is more common. You don't see too many side by side. Some just use, you know, their pump shotgun that they use for duck hunting or, you know, whatever they got.
16 gauge Ithaca, bottom load pump.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, now we can only shoot 12s and 20s in tournament, and that's because Game and Fish supplies the shells, and we just have to keep it reasonable, you know. So, but anyway, you know, real congratulations to those guys. Joseph Demers is also from Mountain Home. He didn't get a 50. He only got a 49.
Oh.
You know, can imagine that.
And this right here on Arkansas Game and Fish, this youth shooting sports program goes live again, state tournament June 4 and 5.
Right.
And apparently they're going to broadcast it on a...
Yes. Yeah, Trey Reed is he's our production manager and also the host for most of the programs we do. He'll be doing a live telecast, play-by-play kind of, or shell-by-shell, or however they do that. It'll be interesting to see how that goes.
You like skeet shooting?
Yeah, I love it.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, this is a little different than skeet. There's a difference between trap and skeet. Trap is where everything comes out of one house and the shooters kind of rotate around. Skeet is it comes out of a high house or a low house. And
you've got to be more prepared?
Yeah, and you shoot from different position.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then there's sporting clays, which is another whole thing altogether, and that's you've got clays coming from different directions, some high, some low, some fast, some...
It's got to be fun.
They'll have one that'll shoot across at ground level. They call that the rabbit, and you shoot at that. We don't do that in competition. Now, these kids train for that, and a lot of these kids are pretty good at it. But what we do is the reason we do this is we're looking for ways to, A, keep kids out of trouble, give them a skill that involves safe gun handling, proper use of the equipment, marksmanship skills, all of that kind of thing, and also sets them up and gears them towards a hunting life.
Sure.
And in fact, one of the requirements is before you can step on the field in competition, you have to have a hunter education card. That's one of the requirements. We make you do that. Yeah. So anyway, so those 4 kids did great, but also each region, there's 4 regions. We're the North region here. The top 16 teams in each region goes to that state tournament, and that's how they do that. So for the seniors, the Mountain Home Bombers, now a perfect score for seniors would be 250 targets. They broke 250 because that's how many shells they shoot. A box of shells is 25, so you get 5 kids. So each round is 125. Seniors shoot 2 rounds, so that's 250. Mountain Home Bombers, they came in second place. They shot 230 out of 250. 5 kids in 5 rotations missed 20 shots. That's amazing.
Wow.
And then Bergman, they didn't do bad either. They came in third place with 227. They only missed it by 3. And then Salem came in 6th place with 223. I'm telling you, these kids are fantastic. And what these coaches are doing with these kids just blows your mind. I mean, you watch these kids, they'll walk up, they're just adolescents, they walk up with their shotgun and bam, they take the field. It's a whole different world.
That's amazing.
It really is.
Well, what a good skill to learn.
Oh, it is. And the juniors, Mountain Home Bomb Squad is going to that. They came in 13th, and then the Calico Rock team, the Pirates, they came in 14th. So those 2 are going to the state. So we've got 5 different teams just from the North region here going to the state finals.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Yeah.
We got 3 more minutes.
Well, let's use that to talk about saving lives.
Okay.
This is the season for being on the water, whether it's the lake, the White or Norfolk rivers, the fast cold waters, or paddling down Crooked Creek or somewhere else. Please, please, please. We talked about this last month too. Life jackets, life jackets, life jackets. Okay, the law says you have to wear a life jacket if you're 12 years old or younger. Plain and simple. Now, when we say wear a life jacket, we don't mean any old life jacket. We mean a certified by the Coast Guard, properly fitting, in good condition life jacket. Okay, it's got to be in good shape. It's got to fit you. It's got to be certified. Adults, they don't have to wear it, although we really recommend that you do. But they don't have to wear it, but it does have to have one for each person on board, and it has to be readily accessible to be put on in a moment's notice. Now, let me tell you about the put it on in a moment's notice. I equate that to, it would be like if you didn't have to wear your seatbelt and the law said, you don't have to wear it, you just have to be able to put it on in a moment's notice. Could you put your seatbelt on in a moment's notice? That happens so fast. Yeah. Now, if you have 5 minutes because you see weather coming in or something like that, you'll have time to put that on then. But if there's a collision, usually what happens in a mishap,
blink of an eye.
It does. It's usually because you hit a submerged object, or something unforeseen happens while you're underway. Well, you're moving, and something happens, and somebody gets tossed out of the boat.
And also pay attention to the scuba flags out there.
Oh, yeah. That's another whole thing. In fact, the walleye spearfishing season, which is why many people scuba dive in this area, is to fish for walleye. That's coming up, I forget the date, but June, it's coming up in the next week or two, next couple of weeks. You see those red and white flags out there, that means there's a diver down there. Now, that diver is supposed to stay within 300 feet of that flag. You're supposed to stay no more than 100 feet from that flag. In other words, don't get closer than 100 feet. Well, that means there's a 200-foot overlap to where you both could be, and both people are legal. So, just keep an eye out on, just stay away from those flags. But please, please, please wear your life jackets. Know what the law is. We'll be having our Boater Ed classes, but until we do, you can go to our website and take one online, It'll cost you $29. Best $29 you'll ever spend.
10 seconds.
Okay, once again, my phone number, if you have a question, if you want to call me, it's 870-321-5548. Or you can reach me through the education link on agfc.com.
Thanks for being here. Good show.
Glad
Enjoyed
to be
every
here.
minute of it.
Thanks.
We'll be back tomorrow.
You bet.